Hello and good evening, YouTube, or whenever the hell you're watching this. I just decided to react to probably to one of my friends' YouTube channels, MF17. Make sure you get this guy to 17K subs, alright? So, we will be reacting to, his 17 predictions for the 2021 NASCAR season. Let's get into it.
You know what that means? Go one of two ways. Either I'll get one that's really on the target, or I will be
really
completely and totally wrong. It goes one of two ways, but that's the fun of doing predictions. So let's see what I think is going to happen in the 2021 NASCAR season.
Not to mention NASCAR Weeps Rise Up. I'm sorry, just had to say that.
Yep, that's right. It's going to be my 2021 Daytona Speed Week predictions. And this is going to be 5 predictions in one. And starting off with the Daytona 500 pole sitter, I'm going to say that it's going to be Bubba Wallace with...
Okay, he was off by 3 positions. He was close, but just off by 3 positions. If Eric Almirola, William Byron, and Alex Bowman had to set those blazing ass lap times, maybe he actually would have had this prediction right. So close, man.
2311 Racing.
No.
I'm picking Ryan Truex to...
Okay, maybe Truex actually would have won if he still had their alliance with GMS, and if GMS didn't have to expand to a 5 truck team. I mean, only if they moved Tyler Ankrum over to Nice, and they still have the technical alliance with GMS. Maybe, just so, Ryan Truex probably could have won. But we all know who won. Ben Rhodes basically pulled the win out of his ass. What do you expect?
Win his first race. For the Xfinity Series race, I'm picking Jeb Burton.
Okay, now, only if the call-out cars were actually able to work together was basically, the only teams that actually worked together pretty well was Junior Motorsports. That was the only team the entire race actually worked together pretty well, besides from the Gibbs cars, the 54, the 18, the 20, and the 19. Except the 19 got wrecked during the end of stage 2. And you had the 18, the 54 getting caught up in that wreck. But it was only the 54 and the 18 and 20 only finished the race. Now, Jeb Burton, like I said, the call-out cars would have worked together pretty well, but JGR and Junior Motorsports, they're actually able to actually work together pretty well and pretty much prevent the call-out cars from even working together. Unfortunately, we all know what happened. That big wreck that Ty Dillon had to cause took out the 11 of Justin Haley, who actually won the past 3 plate races. Oh yeah, Jay Haley, he actually made one today, but I got my boy Noah Gregson. So it was only Jeb Burton and AJ Allmendinger. Unfortunately, Jeb freaking wrecked Layden Castle because he had a huge ass run. Which I made saying to myself, dude, like, what the heck did you just wreck the guy? Because I literally saw him, he turned the wheel, basically turned him. But at the same time, he was actually able to finish top 5. I don't have a problem.
Also, to get his first career win with Kaulig Racing. And for the 2021 Daytona 500, my pick is going to be Denny Hamlin.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Hamlin. He probably would have won. He led 88 laps. He won the first 2 stages. Unfortunately, the Fords were actually able to do better after Toyotas had basically a bad pit stop. Because, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Bubba Wallace were pretty much spaced out. Christopher Bell and Martin Truex had damage. And basically, that's it. Unfortunately, on the final lap, he was actually able to finish top 5 still, but at the same time, that really has to hurt. You can pretty much think about it. I mean, at least we actually got an underdog to win the 500.
Not only that Denny Hamlin will become the first driver to win 3 Daytona 500s in a row, but also becomes the second driver to win.
If you're Cale Yarborough, I'm the Tooth Fairy.
But this prediction could be totally wrong, as Eric Jones could win the Daytona 500.
Yeah, go Warner, you were very wrong. Now I'm gonna say this: the Chevrolets were pretty slow in speed weeks. Well, and practice they were pretty slow, including Eric Jones, number 43. He was just freaking slow throughout practice. I mean, he was pretty much like in like the top 25, top 30 speed wise. I mean, the 500 he was actually running top 15, top 20 at the time before that huge wreck by Christopher Bell and Kyle Busch, who didn't do their inner Ricky Stenhouse. Maybe Christopher Bell, maybe Eric Jones probably could have had a shot to win. But that really just sucks.
And Denny Hamlin could end up losing, and that could put a real hamper on my expectations.
Great joke, by the way.
Hey. Thank you.
I don't get it.
And now for the biased prediction that I have regarding the 17 car of Chris Buescher. I predict that in 2021, Chris Buescher will get 4 top 5s, and one of those could be a win. What I think it could be is the Geico 500 at Talladega.
Okay, yes, this is this weekend. So, MF, you may actually, I'll say this, you may have this prediction in your hands, but since super speedway races are so unpredictable, we don't know. I mean, yes, Buescher was fast last year at Talladega. Fortunately, he got DQ'd for forcing Chase Elliott below the yellow. As we already know, Elliott went below the yellow. Like, no shit. He basically just went in and went below the yellow to pass Buescher. He also won stage 2. He had a fast car last year. So, MF, you may not actually be wrong about this prediction. I mean, not to mention Buescher, and not to mention Roush, I think they're actually back. I mean, as much as I really don't want to say that, I feel like Roush is actually back where they were supposed to be. I think it's because Jack Roush pretty much ruined the whole organization, basically trying, put drivers, Ricky Stenhouse in. I mean, basically, they lost all their top drivers. They lost Carl Edwards at the end of 2014. They lost Matt Kenseth at the end of 2012. They lost Greg Biffle. Well, the Biff, I mean, he really was just fading. But when you look at it, you just basically missed all your drivers. I mean, Mark Martin, I mean, he actually retired at the end of 2006. But really, when you think about it, I mean, he ran part-time in 2007 and ran full-time in 2009 at Hendrick. So he basically lost all his top drivers, focusing on the younger drivers and stuff. But, yeah. MF, you may not actually be wrong about this. Not to mention, they've been showing some top 10, top 15 speed that we've been actually needing to see out of Roush. So maybe Roush isn't actually dying empire. I mean, maybe they're actually resurrected from the dead. I don't know. But at the same time, I feel like Roush, they're actually doing pretty good this season. I'll give them probably, well, it's so early in the season, I really don't want to actually give them just, right off the bat this, but so in like the first few thirds of the season, I'll probably give them maybe a B- on how their performance is actually going. They just need to close out races the way they need to. I mean, they did that in Miami. Unfortunately, Buescher, Buescher's car pretty much faded coming into the nighttime. His car was actually meant in the day. So when you look at it, that kind of really hurt Buescher. But I like what Jimmy Finnick is actually doing. Not focusing just on the super speedway program, but actually focus on every other track. Because Roush, I mean, they're actually showing pretty much decent speed that they needed to the past few years.
And wait.
Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so, Brain, but if super speedway races really are a farce, how come the same drivers always win? Narf!
In the Xfinity Series, will also get 3 top 10s this year as well.
I mean, JJ Ely, he's pretty much doing decent in that 17 car. I mean, it's a rotational car, but I feel like Yaley's actually doing a good job. I mean, he's basically putting the car top 15 every week, so I really don't have a problem with the Yaley's doing, but hey.
Okay, now here's a prediction that I know a lot of you want to hear my thoughts on, and it's about the Bristol Dirt Race. And this
Again, another unpredictable race with the unpredictable winner, and that being Joey Logano, who basically has zero dirt experience. And as much as I really did not want Logano to win, he won anyways. I actually wanted Kyle Larson or Christopher Bell to actually win, but unfortunately, they caused their own wreck like on lap 70 something, so really that kind of sucks.